ladies, gents, and non-binary friends. What is up? My name is Teresa Danao, but please call me Teddy. I am here to show you how I get ready for the day. Basically, my skincare in the morning and my makeup routine for when I go to work, because I work at a clinic, but more about that later. So if you're looking for a channel where we talk about things like being queer, because I'm queer, again, more about that later, and things like makeup, style, fashion, modeling, writing, public speaking, all of that great stuff, this is the channel for you, so keep on watching. So I always like to say that the absolute key to a good makeup look is a good skincare regime. So we're gonna start with skincare, but before that, I'm also gonna show you how I fix my hair, because as you can see, I'm currently rocking a silver purplish mullet with bangs up front, and you can't have bangs if you're gonna be doing skincare on your face, you know, can't miss the forehead. So what I usually do for that is I use these hair velcro thingies and I part my hair in the middle, because my real part is around here and it usually shows up if I part it there. So the first thing I always do after I take a shower is wash my face. Very important. You cannot skip washing your face morning and night, in my opinion. And the one that I'm currently using is by DEOPROCE. It's the green tea gentle foaming facial wash, and it's been really effective in hydrating my face, because my skin type is oily, but oily because it's dehydrated at a cellular level. So I tend to use hydrating products at night and oil control products in the morning. So after that, I use this is Thayers Natural Remedies Facial Toner Witch Hazel Aloe Vera Formula. I like to always do the forehead first because that's my most problematic area. It's where I get the most texture, and also under the eyes next to the nose. So I always make sure to wipe in an outward motion, like that. Outward motion, and then one down to get the side of the face. Outward motion, side of the face, and my chin, and then lastly, my nose. I also make sure to get it down to the neck, because I hear that if you miss the neck, it'll age quicker. So it's kind of a bummer if your face is really nice and young and plump and clear, and then your neck is all wrinkly and old looking. It just doesn't look right. So while that's absorbing, let me tell you about my parents. So I'm an only child. One of the great things about that actually is that, well, I feel really special. I had some trouble socializing because even though I'm a very talkative person and I'm very articulate, I'm good with words, there weren't a lot of people my age that I could relate to, you know, in my area. It took me a while to get to know them, but we'll get there in a bit. So next on my skincare regime is serum. It's the tomato serum by SkinPotions, and I believe this is really great for oily skin. It's worked really great on me, usually on days when I'm having breakouts, which as you can see, I am, because it's that time of the month. I use 2 pumps, but on regular days, I only use 1 pump, so I focus it here, on my forehead, you know, just the general T-zone, let it absorb for a few seconds, and then work it into my skin. Yeah, work it in there, work it in there. Yeah, get the neck too. As usual, never forget the neck. While the tomato serum is doing its thing, let me tell you about my school life. So my school life is really difficult because, I mean, this is the first time you're meeting me, but I am a veterinary medical student. So I am currently taking up a degree program that lasts 6 years minimum, and I say minimum because it's a difficult course. Sometimes people get delayed, and that's totally normal, totally fine. Everything happens at its own pace, so it's totally fine. So it's a 6-year minimum program, and there are lots of specializations in vet med, and I plan to take small animal specialization, which means I want to be a doctor for dogs and cats and other kinds of pets. One of the things that has led to that is me working part-time as a veterinary nurse at a clinic here near my university, which has been great because I have been learning so much, because there really is no substitute for the real thing, like for the actual experience. So once the tomato serum has absorbed, and I know that it's absorbed when it's not sticky anymore, I go with some eye cream from Celeteque. This is the Brightening Eye Tuck Plus Dark Circles Lightener with Aerosyl Tetrapeptide Complex. Damn, that's a mouthful, but the point is, it's a brightening and hydrating eye cream. The thing about eye cream is that the only reason I use it is because I think I could use some hydration around my eyes. So I usually rub it between my fingers and then pat under my eyes. nice. Get someone to talk to. Pat, pat, pat there. I never do a wiping motion because I feel like if you stretch the skin, it'll get wrinklier. So while that is absorbing, let me tell you about my friend. So again, remember, I was an only child, right? So one of the things that I had to learn how to do was socialize without, having siblings around. So you know who I socialized with? My neighbors. I was born in 2000, so I'm not a 90s kid, but I was born pretty close to that area, so most of my friends are 90s kids. They're all a few years older than me, and they're my girls. You know who you are, and they have been instrumental in my development because they taught me how to be patient, they taught me camaraderie, but most of all, they taught me what it feels like to have sisters. Apart from that, I also have another figure in my life who's like a sister to me. My cousin, Leela, who lives in India. Shout out to Leela, you are one of the best people I know and you were growing up so great. So now that the eye cream has fully absorbed, next is moisturizer, which is the Celeteque Hydration Facial Moisturizer with Triple Moisturizing System. Here it is. This is one of the classics in my skincare routine because this is the very first moisturizer I ever used when I started doing skincare when I was 13. When I first entered high school. Rub it around my face. And actually, this is one of the products that got me into makeup. Because when I was 13, I was going to a Catholic school where makeup was not allowed. So the most I could really do was try to control the acne I was getting because I was going through puberty, right? When I finally finished junior high school, because newsflash, I'm a K-12 kid, naabutan pa ako nun. When I finally got to senior high school in LaSalle, I was finally allowed to do my makeup, which was great because my skin was already a lot better, which means I had a great base for doing makeup. The reason I started doing makeup actually was not the reason that I do makeup today, which is for self-expression and artistry and just making myself feel good. It was because of conformity. It's not that my batchmates were judgmental, I just had this internal idea that people would judge me if I didn't look at least a little put together every day. So I learned how to do makeup. And last but not the least, we can never forget this step, sunscreen. Sunscreen is very important to protect your skin from aging and from sunspots. So I never skip this step even on days when I'm not going out. So before I spread it around, I'm gonna tell you about this product. This is by Ryxskincerity. It's called the Sun Shield and it is SPF 60. I love this sunscreen because it is so lightweight. It smells awesome. It doesn't have any flashback when I do flash in my selfies. And it's so affordable. I think it's only 120 pesos. And it's readily available on a lot of platforms because they have a lot of sellers out there. So I wanted to tell you how I have a partner. So my partner is one of the most amazing people I have ever met. His name is Jay, and he is the best person in my life because he is kind, he is patient, he's all of the things in that love Bible verse that people are always quoting. Honestly, we've been really good. We're going 8 months strong. It was recently our monthsary a few days ago. We have been so happy together. And one of the best things about Jay is that he totally accepts my queerness. Because for context, I'm about to come out to you right this second. I'm not straight. As you can see by the rainbow flag, I'm not just a very enthusiastic ally. I am queer, part of the LGBT community. I am bisexual and gender fluid. And he is the first partner I ever came out to about being gender fluid who totally accepted it. He told me, you're you. You're always you. So I'm always gonna love you whether some days you feel like a man, some days you feel like a woman, some days you might feel like neither, some days you might feel like both. Doesn't matter to me as long as you're you. I love you. And that was one of the most reassuring, comforting, and fulfilling things I've ever heard from a partner. So shout out to you, Jay. You are amazing. So our skincare is done. Our faces are looking nice. My hair is out of the way. It is time to do makeup.
Ano? Nabitin ka no? If you wanna find out how I finish getting ready, aka how I do my everyday makeup, then watch part 2 of my very first Get Ready with me. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell. Also, leave a comment down below. Tell me all about your skincare routine. What products work for you, what skincare horror stories you have, and what regime has made you feel the best about your skin. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all the rambling. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!